how to do the branching basically. So we have different types of files, like we have JSON file, we have CSV file. The way you handle CSV file is different. The way you handle JSON file is different. So we branched that one by using switch statement. If I compare with normal language terminology, it is equal to our case when statement or our if else statement, how it is working. Similarly, this is going to work. Best is case when statement is the best example for the switch statement. Now, next one we want to learn today is incremental loading. Incremental loading. Okay, I'll upgrade this documentation also. I'll upgrade it. So if you see here, branch is done. Okay, incremental loading. Right. So what are the types of loads available first before we start the incremental load and all? Okay, till now we are doing the so many loads we are doing, right? What are those loads are called as? Okay, right. First, I would like to ask the question: full load. Full load. Explain, for example. Okay, full load in ETL. Explain. Okay, full load in ETL. Explain. I'm asking. So full load meaning actually, if you have the target, if you have the target, and the target, whatever we have it, we are loading by pulling all the data from the source, then it's called as full load. For example, we are doing the day one, we are doing it. First time we are doing the setup. Then we are going to do the full load and whatever data available in the source system, everything are going to load it. Okay. For example, let us say you have a customer table with 10,000, 100K records are available. In a full load, every time the ETL runs it, deletes all existing 100K records from the target, reloads all 100K from the source. Even if only 10 is changed also doesn't matter, we are going to do everything. So in this example clearly, every day you are truncating the target table and overriding with the source data or not? In this example, we are trying to override the target data every day, right? Okay. What is the profit here? Okay. And what is the loss here? You see the pros and cons. It is simple to implement it. There is no need of think too much. Just go and try to enable the override option. That's enough. Okay. Ensure target is always a complete fresh copy. No need to track changes and all. I need not validate is existing or not, something like that. What the problems is here? Time consuming for large data set. How many records are really changed here? Only 10. But how many records were loading unnecessarily? 100K minus 10. Those all things unnecessarily I am loading, right? So resource intensive, input, output, CPU usage, those all things are there. Risk of downtime, data unavailability during the load. If it's during this load time is taking, let's say 1 hour, that 1 hour it will be downtime. No one will be able to see the data inside this one. These are the problems, whatever we have it. Okay, one point is very clear. We have a type of load is called as full load is available. What is the type of load?
Full load.
Full load. So whatever we are doing till now, those all things are full loads only actually. Whatever we have in the source, everything. Whatever we learned till now, everything is full loads only. We know till today, all are full loads. We are reading everything, are reading the source, whatever available, and we are trying to push to the target. We are trying to push to the target. So now, next I want to understand is incremental load. Okay. Today I have, let us say, 100K records. It's not a problem. You're trying to daily, you're truncating and you're loading. That's okay. But tomorrow It's not the 100K, 100K. Let's say I have 100 million records available. Will you do every day truncate and load again? It's problem, right? So that's the reason we need to think about next type of load. That type of load is called as incremental loading. Okay. See, even it is giving the suggestion also. If you want, I can contrast this in incremental load, which is often used in production systems. Okay, want that too. Okay, just say yes. Then it's going to explain that one. What is exactly a full load, incremental load. So in the process of incremental load, what records you are trying to handle? What are the new records? What are the updated records? Sometimes it may be deleted records also are going to identify it, but this is depending on the logic. That is different story. But what are the things are mandatory we are going for it? New records, whatever new records are available, whatever update records are available, those things we are going to understand properly. If something is new record, immediately we are trying to push it. If something is updated also, we are trying to push it. So whenever we are trying to load one record, then first we'll verify, okay, this record is already available or not. We'll try to verify it. If available, it's well and good. If not, we are trying to get that one. If available, we'll not think about that one. Okay, something like that. Okay, today we'll do incremental loading, but it's not the full-fledged incremental loading. Okay, half the incremental loading only we'll try to do it. But what type of incremental load we try to do is here. Suppose today is April. Okay, April. Then we are trying to say 17th. April 17th. The source. The source. We have, let us say, 100 rows are available. 100 rows are available. Okay. Now on the April 17th, let us say I'm doing the initial load, first time load I'm doing it. First load. First load is called as initial load even. Anyhow, first load means in the target, do I have anything? No.
No.
So on April 17th, as target has nothing, so target will be loaded with all 100 rows. So if you're trying to do incremental load also, in any incremental load, the first time whatever you are doing is always full load only. Any incremental load, first load is always what? Full load only. Okay. So now the target will be loaded with all 100 rows. It is going to load. This is the first time scenario. Now, first time we loaded the 100 rows, whatever available, it's came. That's fine. Now, next is, for example, we are in the April 18th now. Let us assume like that. Now, source says today one or two records are available. So, comparatively 17th, April 18th year, how many records are new records are came here? That means two new rows are arrived to source. Correct? That means two new rows are arrived to source. Now we are doing first time load or second load? Second load we are doing it. So capture only new rows. That's what we are trying to do it. Capture only new rows means how many rows is going to capture? How many rows is going to capture? Only two rows are
Two.
new, only two rows it's going to capture. Now target will be loaded with these two rows. Target will be loaded with these two new rows. That's it. That's what it is going to happen. Overall, in my target after loading, my target will have 100 plus 2, 1 or 2 rows are going to have here. But in the first time load, we load here 100 rows. In the second time load, we load only 2 rows. Now, first time load, whenever we are doing it, let us say it's taking, let us say, 100 seconds. Assume like, okay, one row loading is going to take here, one row loading is going to take here 1 second. Then it will take here 100 seconds. Second time load, it's going to take how much time? Second time load, it's going to take how much
2 seconds.
time? Only 2 seconds is going to take it. That is the reason people will be showing interest towards incremental loads. Why people are showing interest? Because we don't want to uh, load everything. Whatever new records are available, only those new records only we want to load it. Now challenges. This is what we understand. It's okay. Now only problem we have with this process is now how to identify two new rows. How to identify new rows. That is a challenge. How I can identify the new rows? For example, you take the employee data set. Employee data set, you take it. Generally, if you take any employee table, suppose I join in one company, my employee number is assigned as 1. Second employee joined, it will be assigned as 2. Third employee joined, 3. This will be continuously increasing order, it will go or not? Continuously increasing order will go or not?
Yes.
Yeah, as it is increasing order it is going, I can go and again based on the employee number, I can go and again do this one even. So what I am going to say here, max of employee number from target table. From target table, I am going to capture it. What is the max one? I'll capture that one. Once I capture the max of the employee number from the target table, I will make sure from the source more than that is available, then only process it, something like that. So max of employee number, sorry, source employee number should be greater than whatever we have the max of this one. If I write like this, tell me, is it going to capture always incremental data or not? The source, whatever employee numbers are available, if it is more than the max of employee number, okay, then only we have to process it. There is a condition I am writing it. This is the incremental logic condition. This is the incremental logic condition. You understand? Will it work?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Second example, you take it. Let us say you are doing the shopping. Now, this is shopping data set now. Okay, in case of shopping data set, how we can able to write it? One incremental logic may not be working all the places actually. Okay, we have to see our data. As for our data, we need to go for it. In this one, you may have the information by saying, okay, here we may have some information maybe saying here, okay, sometimes we say as a source transaction date, whatever available, transaction date, whatever available. It should be greater than max of the transaction date from the target table. Max of the transaction date from the target table. We'll take the max is what? The source transaction date must be more than the whatever already loaded the transaction dates, more than that or something like that. We are going to do it. So we will be studying the data first. We are going to study the data based on the data columns what we have it. Suppose in this data set I don't have the date column, let us say, then I may be implementing based on the sequence number. In case of this data set, I have the date column is available, then I can maybe able to implement based on the transaction date maybe. So first we are going to study our data and which column is which column is eligible for the incremental purpose. We'll choose that column, and based on that column, we'll try to verify which record is a new record. We are trying to verify it. Whichever row is satisfying this condition means there is a new row, right? New employee. Whichever is satisfying this condition means it is a new transaction, right? New transaction, right? For example, uh, best ways, best ways, best ways to identify new records in incremental process. Okay. So then we are going to say the best ways means always it's saying as what is the condition it's taking? Created date, from which table it is created date. This create date is coming from which table? Source table.
Source.
And create date, this date is coming from which table? Target table. The same thing we are writing in the layman terminology. This is a layman terminology. Okay, people who came with the business background, MBAs or whatever it is also, they will be able to understand it. Hey man, whatever transaction date is available today, that will first verify it is there in my target or not. If it is available, then we'll assume like, okay, this is existing record. If it's not available, we'll assume like there's a new record. Similarly here also, if you are going based on the employee number, then we'll verify this employee number is available already in the target or not. Okay, that the verification purpose, we are doing this kind of condition, we are doing it. Okay, that's how we are trying to do it. This is saying as auto incremental keys case. That is auto incremental is nothing but employee number only. This is what is saying source table, ID, whatever available. Then we are trying to take care max of the target table ID, something like that. That's how we are going to identify new records. The change tracking they given here, but it's not possible for all the databases. Some databases are inbuilt, have the capability of change data capture functionality, but all the database has this kind of feature may not be available. But these two are globally accepted solutions. Whatever I given here, layman terminology, these two are globally accepted solutions. Okay, cool. Now, one more point is this incremental load will do for only one table or we are going to do for many tables? We are going to do for many tables, we are going to do it. There is a reason people may be maintaining, okay, on metadata table kind of thing or watermark table kind of thing. What is the table that's called as? Our Azure terminology, if you go and try to observe it, Azure terminology is called as watermark table. One new table we are introducing that's called as watermark table. Watermark table. Here, what is a watermark is? Watermark means what generally if you see your certificate, your college name will be watermark, right? Some that means the stamp we are doing it from where you studied, you are going to understand. Similarly, whenever you loaded, then we are going to the load date, whatever available, we are going to store inside the table. Okay, that means minimum we are going to maintain any watermark table will have minimum two columns. One is what is the target table name? What is the target table name? This is one column. Second column we are going to maintain that is called as last load date. This is the second column. Then we are going to write here, okay, man. Okay, there is a dimension table called as dimension customer table. Okay, there is a one value, and this is last loaded. For example, okay, 17th April, then 2025. That's where it is loaded last. And we have one more table. The table is called as dim product is the one more table. That table is loaded. The table is loaded. Let us say maybe 16th April 2025. But like this, will maintain the one single table we are going to maintain. That table will contains the information about each and every table when the table is last loaded. These are the minimum two columns we are going to maintain in that table. But there is no limit for the maximum. Sometimes people will be asking it, hey, who loaded this one? I want to know the user who loaded the this one. Who loaded? Maybe at that moment you may be adding here, okay, who loaded means it is loaded by ROM. Okay, who loaded here means it may be loaded by, let's say, Sita. These are the developers maybe. And some people may be asking it, okay, man, it's loaded, it's okay, but it's loaded using what is the run ID. They want to capture the run ID in each and every load. Whenever you are doing it, one GUID GUID will be generated. That GUID will be having H234 hyphen 56 SJ hyphen something like this will be having 32 digits will be generated. Okay, I don't want to type all the things. It will go like this. Okay, some GUID. There is no limit. You can go and you can have here more columns also you may have, but minimum how many columns are going to maintain? Minimum how many columns are going to maintain? Two columns. One is what is the target table name and what is the last load date we are going to maintain it. If you come to this table, if you see it, they come to understand, okay, so and so table when it is last loaded, we come to understand. Okay, now, now last load date column is available here and the transaction date is available in the source. These two things, if I compare it, my job is done, right? Whichever table I am loading it, that table opposite whatever last load date is available that I take it and I make sure it is more than transaction date, it is okay, right? That's how we validate the new rows. Okay, we'll use new rows purpose that condition we are going to use it. Okay, select. Okay, we are going to write here like select star from source, select star from source table. Okay, now we are going to write the condition as okay, where source table, whatever we have the transaction date, source table transaction date must be greater than last load date. Select last load date, whatever available in this one, in this table, last load date from the table is called as this is the table from this is the table where table name is equal to target table name is equal to whatever table we are loading, the table name we are going to pass it here. The table name we are going to pass it here. Something like this code we are going to write it. So ultimately what we are trying to do is, okay, layman terminology, we are trying to do this kind of implementation only we are doing it, but instead of each and every time using the target table is boring job. That is the reason we are not using target table. We are using what? Watermark table. We are using it. Even watermark table also is not really mandatory thing. I'm not telling it. If you have only one or two tables only, you have to do it incremental loading. Then happily you can go for this also. If you have hundreds or 200s of things are available. Okay, if you maintain this kind of table one thing, then clearly we come to understand, okay, tomorrow on Power BI report, you want to develop it. At that moment, you want to know based on the this target table column, last load date column, we come to know statistics actually. In each day, how many tables are loaded, you want to know. Then I can go and I can directly group by on last load date. If I do it, then I come to know how many tables, how many things are loaded, right? So tomorrow, if you want to do further analysis on our big system is there, that big system further you want to analyze it, then this watermark table will be useful. So whenever some product is coming into the picture, people will be going with the big vision only, right? That is the reason this guy also come up with the one big vision. They introduced the air one table. The table is called as, what is table called as? Watermark table. The table is called as watermark table. Get last watermark, what is available when it is loaded, the last watermark we are going to get it. Get new watermark from the source. This is going to come from the source and this is going to come from the our watermark table. It's going to come where we are going to maintain watermark table. From there it is going to come this one. Already people are aware of it. What is the lookup activity, you are aware of it, right? Once we get these two dates, once we get these two dates, then we can go and we can get the data delta. Delta means what? Delta is nothing but incremental load. Yeah, don't confuse. Delta table is different. Delta load is different. People sometimes they'll be saying as delta load. Delta load means what? Incremental load. Incremental load is also called as delta load. Delta table is different. Delta load is different. Incremental load only called as delta load. Both are synonyms. Both are synonyms. Okay, if you go and try to ask here also, you're going to get same kind of response. You're going to get it. Okay, can I call? Can I call delta load as incremental load? Okay, can I call delta load as incremental load? What is the answer saying? Yes, you can call delta load as type of incremental load. Okay, right. So that's what we are saying as delta load. If I say are this one we are saying both are one and same, we are going to say it. Now, okay, we are trying to do the delta load data between these two watermarks from the source table to the destination. We are going to push it using the copy activity. Now, this watermark table date whatever available. For example, this date is available now. This date we have to update it, right? To update this date, we are going to use stored procedure. We're trying to use here update the watermark for delta data loading next time. Stored procedure activity. We'll use stored procedure and we'll go and try to update this one. Okay, we loaded already in tomorrow, for example. Then we'll update this one as a 18th April 2025. We're going to update it. Updating job is going to be taken care by this one. Okay, today we are trying to use in this process. One is lookup activity. We are going to use it. We know already lookup activity. Anyone don't know? We know it. Second, we are going to use is copy activity. We are going to use it. All of us know it. Third, we are going to use is stored procedure activity. We are going to use it. This is something we did not use it, but we are going to learn about it. Fourth is already we used this one that is called as parameters. We are going to use it. These four things, if you are aware of it, that's it. We can go and we can implement the concept called as incremental load concept. We can able to implement it. It is very important interview point of also. What is incremental load? What is full load? People will keep on asking. You should be able to answer it. What is incremental load? What is full load? Okay, right. Let us go and try to drive this one. Okay, to drive it. Okay, this is a ADF screen, but it's both are one and same. I said right in the Fabric also we can do same thing. We are going to do it. We are doing this one in the SQL database. We are trying to create here one table, and also we are trying to insert here some data inside this one. Now tell me in this entire thing, source data we are trying to create it. Let us say we have one company. We started today one company. Assume like okay, our company name is called as Data Exa Company. Data Exa Company. In this company, now 5 employees are joined today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And first employee joined on the date of 9/1/2020. Second employee joined on the date of 9/2/2020. 9/3/2020. 9/4/2020. 9/5/2020. Here, first number 9 is a month. Then the middle number is a day actually. Okay, that means September 1st, one person joined. September 2nd, September 3rd, September 4th, September 5th. So total how many persons are joined the company?
Five.
5 members are joined. This is my initial data. This is my initial data, that too in the source. Actually, the source data, we want to create it. Here in the training room, we are creating it. The source, in the reality, what will happen is, in the reality, what will happen is we won't insert like this. They maybe we have one form may be available, onboarding form, they will be giving it, right? Onboarding form of employee. Each and every company will have onboarding form of employee, something like this. In this kind of form, if I go and try to enter first name, last name, email, your phone, position, city, these all things are going to enter, and we click on your submit button. The moment you click on submit button, that will go and try to sit into where? in this kind of table it is going to sit it. But I don't have here user interface, this kind of applications are not there. That's the reason we are not going for that. This data we are creating it manually, we are creating it. Okay, let us go and try to create it. I want to go to the fabric screen. Let's say this is the fabric screen, and I want to do this one inside our database. Okay, there is a database is available inside my folder. Go to the folder. Then we have here database called as RRITech. We are going to there. Right. Now I want to create here. Let us go and try to see it. It's loading. Okay. Now if I expand here RRITEC, for example, we have here account payables. We have the tables. In the account payables, do you have any table kind of this kind of thing? No, right? We go and try to create it here. So I'm trying to create here. I'm exclusively telling to the system, hey, go and try to create inside the AP. AP is the schema. Inside the schema, I'm asking to create it. Here also I'm putting here AP is the schema. Inside the schema, you try to insert it. So go and try to execute this one. Click on run. Beautiful. It is going to execute it and we got the records and you can see the table also came. How many records are available here? Go and try to verify it. I'm going for select star from AP dot. The table is called as SRC INCR EMP. Click on run. Now you'll see exactly our 5 rows we are going to get it. When Myla Ram Reddy joined, 2020 September 1st. When Nancy joined, 2020 09 5th she joined. Something like that. Source data we created. Okay. Now second table we are trying to create here is watermark table. I said minimum 2 columns are going to maintain the watermark table. One is called as table name. Second is called as last load date. These are the minimum 2 columns are going to maintain. But it's not uh, it's not like a solid rule kind of thing. If I ask your chat GPT, let us see what it is going to suggest. Can you suggest can you suggest a number of columns? Can you suggest watermark table DDL statement? Okay, can you suggest watermark table DDL statement? How many columns is suggesting? Okay, table name is expected, then watermark column is expected, last watermark is expecting, then what is this? Update. It has its own thing. Why it is suggesting like this? Suppose customer table watermark column name is modified date and last watermark is on this one. This table itself is updated also. It's maintaining it. You got my point? But minimum is how many things you have to maintain? Two. That's what we are following. The minimum strategy we are following, and we are trying to get here. Two. We are trying to get it. Okay. Try. Okay. As for my architecture design, these 2 columns are enough for me. I am trying to design with this one. Let's say I selected these two, then I'm trying to create here the table we are trying to create it. Let's say I'm trying to create here. Let's go to the new query. Then I'm trying to paste here, then run it. So empty table we created. Something failed. Okay. It is should be going to the AP. Let me go and try to click on AP. Now we got this table is created. Now I want to see what are the records are available. Do I have any data inside this one now? Do we have inside this any data now? No. Just now we created this table, so you'll see nothing. Table name is nothing, last load data is nothing. We studied one point, that point is called as, we studied one point that is point is called as any incremental load, first time we are going to do the full load only, right? That's what I said. Any incremental load, first time whenever we are doing it, nothing but we do the full load only, I said, right? 100 rows are available, so 100 rows are going to do it. Any first load is always initial load is full load only it is. Any initial load we are doing means that is equal to what? Full load. That means in my source, how many records are available here? 5 rows. All 5 rows we are going to get to the target. That's how we are going to work it. But it has to work with the first load, second load, third load also means you have tried the here conditions bit generically. For that, what we are doing is, observe this one, we're inserting a record of the target table. The target table name is this one. We're inserting that record. We're inserting that record. But if you observe the date, is it looks like something hard? Insert into this table. Okay, this is the table name. It's okay. What about this date? What about this date? Now
Hard coded
Microsoft,
value.
yeah, hard-coded value, but which century it is? 1900 century. You know what? Microsoft first invented the computer when they are celebrating now 50 years. They are celebrating, right? Microsoft Microsoft company start date, company start date, for example. So this is going to give you somewhere 1975 they started. But I given here very hard date. I given 1900. I given in the 1900. Do you have the computer? 1900. Do you have the computer? No,
No.
we don't. Why I given here very old date, very old date I given here. Why I given here is there is a reason. I want to get all the data. I want to get whatever records are available in the source, everything I want to get it. As everything I want to get it, I'm giving very old data I'm giving. Okay. Sometimes people will be saying as never expire this one, never expire this product kind of thing. These situations are there. Then in the database, how we are going to store is here. We are going to put here 99999 will put it. That means 999 here when it will come. By the time you will not be there, I will not be there, right? So this kind of things are to make system to cheating here. Okay, I am giving here 1900. That means each and every row whatever available in my source system. Okay, this 2020 is more than 1900 only. This record also more than 1900. This record also more than 1900. Each and every record, whatever available in the system, will be surely more than 1900. That's what we are giving here. Very old date we are giving. So that first time load will be happens full load. Now we have here one record is available in my watermark table that is called as, what is the table name? The table name is called as TGT. Okay, sorry. I think I did not given the schema name. Okay, let us go and try to execute this. Now, once executed, go and try to see the data whatever available. You can notice we have the data. This is the table name and this is the last load date. Okay, that's cool. We understand now why you are creating the watermark table with very old date. Very old date why you are creating it. Next is we also observed the data whatever available, we observed it. Then this is something we need to understand the stored procedure. This create is the keyword, procedure also keyword. This is the name of the stored procedure. And we are trying to create here one parameter. That parameter is called as last load date. The data type of that parameter is date and time. Second parameter is table name. The data type of that is varchar 50. And this as is keyword, begin is keyword. Okay, these things we need to put it as part of the syntax. End also as part of the syntax. Between begin and end, how many statements you want to write it, you can write that many statements. But we written only one statement. Our goal is to update the watermark table, this date, whatever available, I want to update it once my process is completed. So we are trying to update here last load date is equal to last load date of this table is equal to this date is equal to last load date we are passing it. Last load date is decided in the runtime. We'll see how it will be decided. And what table you are loading today, you may be loading this table. Tomorrow you may be loading employee table. Tomorrow you may be loading customer, product, okay, invoice table, payables table, receivables table, ledgers table, n number of tables are going to load it. That means n number of targets are available. The table name also we want to pass the dynamic. That's what we are trying to take here. Table name is the last loaded. These two things are parameters. Okay, time being, we create this one. We'll see how we can use it while are doing it. Now I'm trying to go for a new query. Then I want to create this one. Create procedure. This procedure is we want to create it. Okay. Uh, we'll change the statement as okay. Fine. Let it be. Click on run. Okay. Looks like it is already there in my machine. That's what it's saying as there is already an object is available. If already available, it's well and good. We need not worry about it. If you want to drop and you want to create it, you can go ahead and you can create it. Drop the procedure if already available, you drop it to get the experience. Okay, we only created like that. So this is the way you are going to drop the procedure. So we are trying to drop this procedure. Okay, or else what we can do is we create this procedure and all we are doing in the AP, right? Let's try to create this also in the AP only. In the AP, we don't have this. So go and try to click on run. By default, go to the DBO schema. Now it's created. Now if you expand here stored procedures, now we can see here we got one stored procedure, we received it. And inside this stored procedure, if I expand it, we have the parameters folder. How many parameters are there? One is last load date, second is table name. And each parameter, what is the data type, everything also noted here. Wow, beautiful. Now you create here a stored procedure you created using the statement. Excellent. Now, next one we have to go for here, get the last load date. Actual ADF is starting now. Till now, all bare bones we kept it. Foundation we kept it. We need one source data table is required. So you created a source table you created. You need one watermark table is required. So you create here one watermark table you created. And you need one stored procedure required. We created the stored procedure also. These are the three things you created as of now as part of the our process, right? Okay, now how to use this one? Now, let's go and try to use the first. We are trying to get the last load date. Tell me by seeing this title itself, what is our last load date now? As for our data, what is our last load date? 1900 century, right? Last
Yes.
load date we are going to capture from watermark table. The watermark table, what is available? In the watermark table, we given here 1900. That means last load date is going to come 1900 century. We are going to get it. Okay, that's what we are trying to capture it using the one of the lookup. We'll use it and we'll do it. Okay, let us go and try to do it. For this table name, what is the last load date? We are trying to capture it. Okay, let's try to execute this one. For example, I'm copying this one just for our understanding. I'm trying to see what is the answer we are going to get it. If I try to execute this one, not the DBO schema, it should be AP. It should be AP schema because we are keeping all in the AP schema. Table name is equal to, okay, fine. Click on run now. Now we can notice this is giving like this data. From the watermark table, get this one. That means you're going to get 900, we're going to get it. Okay, we'll get that. Once we get that one, then that we are going to use, further we are going to use. Second is available here, get the max transaction date. What is the max transaction date from the source? This is our source. You know already you only loaded the data. What is the max date available? 9.1 is max or 9.5 is max? 9.5 is max, right? So that we are going to get it as a max transaction date. This kind of code we written to calculate the max transaction date. For our understanding purpose, we are trying to execute it and we are trying to show it here. So it's not the DBO schema, we are using AP schema. Then go and try to execute it. Then we are going to see uh, September 5th is the max date we are going to get it. Wow, beautiful. Between these two dates, whatever data available, everything I want it. Then everything you are going to get it or not? Yes. So that's what we are trying to create here. One copy data activity, we are creating it. And we are saying here, hey man, higher date of this table should be greater than or equal to my last load date. Not the equal to, greater than or equal to last load date. And high date should be less than or equal to max hire date, something like this. That we framed this one so that we'll get all the records. We are going to get it only incremental pattern. Then we are trying to load into the target table. Further, we are giving a stored procedure also and observing the result here. Let us try to do this one practically. We'll try to observe it. Is it okay if I continue for other 10 minutes? 10, not 10 minutes more, I mean to say, total 20 minutes. Say yes or no. Anything is okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Now, now let us go and try to implement it. So we want to go for pipeline. Let's say I'm trying to go for our folder, then click on your new item, then go for data pipeline. The data pipeline we are implementing here incremental load. We are trying to do it incremental load pipe. We are creating it. So we are saying as pipeline incremental load. So it's going to create a pipeline that's called as incremental load. It's going to create it. The first object I want to introduce is that is called as lookup activity. I want to introduce it. In the lookup activity, the purpose of this activity is okay to capture the what is the heading here? The heading is get the last load date. We want to get it. Get last load. There is a purpose of this one. Just you can give any name, you can give it. So we are using this lookup for the purpose of getting the last load date. That is the purpose. Then go to the settings and I want to take here our database that is called as Fabric SQL database. Then we have here RR ITEC. Then we want to take here query. The query we want to paste here. Click on here add dynamic content so that we'll get one window. In this window, you can copy paste the already executed framed code is available. We can go on, we can put that one. So we have here, let me cancel this ones. Let me go here and just now we have here this one get last load date is this one. From here we are going to get it. Copy this one and go and try to paste here. Go and try to paste here. Now let us verify till here how the outcome is coming. Let's say I'm trying to click on run here. Click on save and run. So it's going to run. It's going to give you exactly the same row. It's going to give it one point. We missed it. First row enabled. Yeah, already it's enabled. Okay, good. First row only we need to enable it so that we can capture record properly. Okay, this is going to execute now. This is going to execute. We can see the output in progress. You can see it. Let it execute. And now it's completed. Now I want to see the what is the output pattern. I want to copy this output also. I want to store here. I want to store here. Now see, this total is output, right? I captured from where? I clicked on the output. Under the output only, we have these all things. This is the output. Under the output, these all things are available. So to eliminate this bracket, I said dot would you have to put it, right? So output dot first row dot table name means I'm going to get this one. Output dot first row dot last load date means I'm going to get this one, right? That's how we are going to use down the line. Okay, this is for to get the last load date. Why can't you can clone this one? There is an option called as clone here. If you click on the clone, same object, we are going to get one more copy. This one will rename it as per our requirement. Okay, our requirement step 3 is available here. Get the max transaction date. That is what our step 3. Let us go and try to put the same name lookup for the purpose of getting the max transaction date from the source. Now go to the settings. This code also we have to change it. This code already we framed and we have that readily, right? If you go and try to take here our code, this is the code I want to kept it. So I'm taking this code, whatever available, I'm putting here. I'm putting here. Let us go and try to change this code, whatever available, I'm changing it. Now, if you want, if you can disable time being, we saw output of this one, right? I don't want to run once again this one. That's the reason I'm going here. I'm trying to deactivate this one. Only this one I want to run it, and I want to see how the output is coming. Click on run. Save and run. I am doing it. How the output is coming here, for this we want to understand. So we know already we are going to get only one column. That column is what? We are going to get only one column. What is the column we are going to get it? Max hire rate is equal to what we are going to get it. Max hire rate value at this point of time in this table is what? September 5th is the max hire date we are going to get it. That's what it's going to give the output to you. If you want, you can go and you can copy this one, output whatever available for this, go and try to click on this, copy this to clipboard and observe it what you are getting here. This is the second output, second lookup output, right? So what we got here, what is the max hire date we got here? Max hire date is this what 2020-0905, we got it max output. These two things I want to pass as a input for the copy data activity. So introduce here this copy data activity whatever available and connect this one to here and connect this one to here. So both we are trying to connect it. Both we are trying to connect it and also make this also active now. We already verified this one, we are making active. Now this copy data activity, I want to configure source and target those things. Let us copy the name from here. What is the purpose we are doing it? Copy data incrementally. Let us try to give the name as copy data incrementally. Any name you can provide it. Now source. Source is equal to from our Fabric SQL database only our source. Let's go and try to get that one. My database is called as ITEC and code. This code is important to me. I want to capture the data from this and this, whatever outputs are there from that I need to get it the data, right? So for this, I have the code is available. Maybe I need to correct this code slightly, but this is the code. Let's go and try to execute it. There are some problems. It's saying, man, we are writing here something wrong here. Okay, what is the name we given here? Look up get last load date. That's the name is differently available. Let's go and try to correct this one. Uh, look up, then get, then last, then load, then date. Okay, now you can see the moment I typed here, whatever name you are seeing here, same name if I type it, this is gone. Now what about this one? Look up, get max transaction date. As of now, click OK. I don't want to type it, even I want to copy paste it, right? Let's copy this one, it's very big name. Then go here, then try to click here again and try to paste here. So get max transaction date from the source, paste it. Now we got all the errors we removed. What we are trying to do ideally, we are trying to get data from the source. By satisfying the condition is what? It should be greater than last load date. It should be less than or equal to transaction date. That's what we are giving the condition. In the runtime, we come to understand. In this position, what will come and sit here? 1900 century. In this position, what will come and sit here? 2020 September 5 is going to sit here in the runtime, correct? Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's how we are going to write here output dot first row dot get me max date. Output dot first row dot get me last load date. That's nothing but we if you go and try to compare with our notepad, if I compare with my notepad, whatever available here. So in the runtime, what will happen is whatever we have this last load date, right? This last load date corresponding value is this one. This will go straight away and try to sit in this place, in that position. And we have here something called as max hire date. Max hire date corresponding value is this one. In the runtime, we'll go and try to say it here. Max hire date is available here, right? So this total will be replaced with the max hire date value, that is this value. Okay. And this total will be replaced in the runtime. This total will be replaced in the runtime with the value. That value is what? This value will be replaced. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's see in the runtime is it happening like that or not. Click on OK. We completed. Next is once we loaded, loading is completed. Let us assume like that. Loading is completed. Then my last load date should not be 1900 century. My last load date is what? Up to what date I loaded. That is what my last load date should be. Don't follow the system dates. Don't follow the system dates will be changes from country to country. It will be changes. Suppose in India, if I go and try to see what is the date today, April 18. For us, what is the date today? April 17, right? That's the reason don't follow the system date and go for the data. Drive the everything based on the data availability. Inside your table, whatever data is available, follow the data. Now we are following the data. We load up to um, what is the date? That is 5th of the September we loaded, right? The 5th of the September only will copy as a last load date. Something like that logic we are following. So that I need to introduce a stored procedure activity. Okay, let's go to the activities. Then we have here three dots. There is a option called as stored process somewhere here. We will be verifying where it is available. Right at the top, we can see search button. There you type here stored something like that. 2 or 3 letters you are typing, we are going to get it. Now we are getting here one activity. That activity is called as stored procedure activity. Introduce the stored procedure activity here. We introduced it. Connect this one and this one both. We are trying to connect it. Now the stored procedure activity, go and try to click on the settings, then go and try to say the connection. My connection is database connection. Then my database is called as ITEC database. Then it is going to show you what are the stored procedures are available, everything it is going to show it. What are the stored procedures are available, everything it is going to show it. My stored procedure is available in the AP, account payable schema. This is what the name of the stored procedure. Now go and try to click on import. In the stored procedure, how many parameters are available? 2. I want to import that one. Click on here import, then automatically system will import for you and show you the 2 parameters, whatever it is. Wow, beautiful. The 2 parameters is showing here. And you know the parameters, whatever you created is a one is string, one is date and time, right? Select here date time. Somehow, some reason it's not able to import the date type properly. Okay, go and try to import it. Now here value I have to pass in the runtime. Here a value I have to pass in the runtime. What is the last load date? You have to pass it here. Last load date I have to pass it. Last load date I have to pass it here. Whatever you loaded, this date is available, right? This date need to go as a my last load date now. Up to what date I loaded, that has to go into the last load date. This has to go means output dot first row dot max date I have to take it. Max date I have to take it from the lookup called as this is the lookup, right? Are you getting my point? Okay, let us go and try to put it here. Add dynamic content. Then we have here activity outputs. This name get max, right? Get max transaction from source. First row we want it. We are trying to take the first row dot. First row dot. What is the name here? Max date. Go and try to copy this one and put it here. Max date. Then okay. Now this one table name we are expecting it. Table name means you can go and you can get here table name. Table name is available here. Here we have the table name. This table name and this last load date is coming from this lookup. From this lookup, output dot first row dot table name we have to put it. That lookup is lookup get last load date first row, then dot, then dot. We are trying to take here whatever table name is available. This table name we want to pass it here. We are trying to pass this table name. Then click on OK. That's it. These 2 parameters we passed it. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. Let's click on run and observe it. Run and observe it. Let's go to the run, then click on the run, then click on save and run. Something is wrong. What is saying? Copy data incrementally, copy. Oh, destination we did not do. Very nice. Very nice job. What is missing, sir? We did not configure destination. Where you have to load it. That we did not configure. Big mistake. Go and try to configure the destination here. So I want to configure a destination also. Maybe I can take to my data lake. Let us say, let us go to my data lake. My data lake is this one. Okay. Inside my data lake, I want to go. data lake. Yeah, you can keep it data lake. Now in the data lake, I am trying to create a new table. I am creating it. I am trying to create a new table. The new table is called as, for example, what is already table name you decided, right? This is our table name. We decided the table name. Don't keep whatever you like it. You keep this only. Okay. Now, go and try to click on here, create. Okay. We are trying to say as a create this table. Is it already available in my system? Just go and try to verify first. This one. If it is available, we'll remove it and we'll try to do the fresh. That's what I mean. Is it there already? TZTANCREMP. Okay, let us go and try to delete this. Something, it is not the conflict anyhow. DS is available, but I don't want to keep that also. I removed it. Okay, now nothing is conflicts are there. We can go and we can run it. Now we configure this accordingly. Let us go to the pipeline again. We given the name here. In the runtime, this will be created. Let's go and try to click on the run. Click on save and run. So it's saving. Okay. So these two things will run parallel or these two things will run serial, sir? First point. These two things will run parallel or serial?
Serial.
Why serial? Where I said serial, these two means serial. There is a line. Once this is completed, then only we have to go here. These two things will run parallel, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you can see the timestamps here if you want. If you see the timestamp of this is started exactly same time, right?
Yes.
Like luckily ended also same duration, but it may not be in time, may not be same. Big query I written inside this one, it may take more time. If I written a small query, it may take less time, but start time will be both same. Okay. Once these two things are completed, then only once this completed, then only this will be running. Anyone completed, it won't trigger. It will wait for until this also to complete. That's how we given a logic here. These two things will go parallel. Once this as well as this both are completed, this is completed, then only this will be start. Otherwise, it won't start. Okay. Now, this is completed. Now tell me, these two things will go what mode? Serial mode or parallel
Serial.
mode? These two, this one and this one. You can see the timestamps also if you want. See this one, this object corresponding timestamp is 8:36:39. This object corresponding timestamp is, you can observe here, 8:37:08. Is it serial or how it is going on? Parallel. Parallel. Serial or parallel?
Serial.
36,
Serial.
37. Serial. Yeah. That's how it is. That's how it is. Now it is saying as it is completed. If it is completed, what will be happen to my system? Let's go and try to see back end, whatever previously executed the query. I'll ask some questions to understand your knowledge. I will go to the first my watermark table. Watermark table. First, I'll go to the watermark table. If I run this code now, what will happen? We'll get the this value only, or I'll get the different value. If different value, what value I'm going to get it here? I'm going to get the different value, that is September 5th value I'm going to get. If I click on run, we are going to get here September 5th. Wow, beautiful. That is expected. In my target table now, how many records are available? You are thinking. In my target table now, how many records are available? You are thinking. 5 records should
Right.
be there. Let us go and try to verify all 5 are really came here or not. Let us try to verify it. Select star from TZ. Sorry, I cannot run here, right? Where is our target table? In the lake house, right? Go to the lake house first. Go to the lake house. Let's try to refresh here. My source is SQL database I taken. My target is lakehouse I taken. So lakehouse you have to go. The lakehouse table is created. Let's just simply click on here so that we see the data here directly. You click on here and you see the data here. Data will be 5 rows are available or not. We have to verify. Wow, beautiful. How many rows are available? 5 rows are available. Excellent. Now, what I will do is it really working incremental or not? I need to verify it. Okay, before verifying one more parameter also I want to show it. If you go to your pipeline copy data activity, then go to the output section, whatever we have it, or directly click on this link also, it is okay. If I click on this link, then you are going to get one window. If I click on this link, whatever available, I'm going to get this window. You can notice this name, whatever available, copy data details, is this name and this name are same, right? Okay, that's what we are seeing it. Visualization wise, what is your source? SQL database. What is your target? Lakehouse. How many rows we got chance to read it? How many rows we got chance to write it? 5. Why it's saying files written is equal to 1? Because we written in the lakehouse. In the lakehouse means parquet file it is going to written it, right? The parquet files, how many parquet files is written? One file. And it succeeded, and at what time it started, at what time ended, what is the duration of breakdown, those all things are going to get it here. How much time it is in the queue, how much time it is in the transfer of the data, something like that, we are going to get it here. Okay, now next is my business is increasing, then my 2 more employees are joined to support my business. These are the those two members. These are the those two members joined to support my business. So I'm going to the my source data. Then I'm trying to enter here these two records also. I'm entering it. This is part of the AP. Now go and try to execute this one. Who is the new employee? Geo. Who is the new employee? Albert. He joined when? September 6th. He joined when? September 7th. Now go and try to execute this one. Now I'm trying to run it. Now tell me in my source how many records are available now? In my source total, how many
7.
records are available now? 7.
7.
Already earlier we have the 5. Now we are trying to add here 2 more. Because of that one, this total records will be 7 records. What happened? 6 only came. 0 only executed. This not came. Okay, let us execute it once again. Click on run.
Schema name is missing.
Oh, that's right. AP dot. Okay, let us go and try to execute it. Then click on run. Now you can go and you can verify how many records are available here, verify it. Okay, now we have the 7 records. 7 records. I won't do any changes blindly. I'll go to the now pipeline. I want to run this pipeline again. If I run this pipeline again now, what will happen? Is it going to process all 7 records or it's going to process only these 2 records? In my source, I have 7 records. Is it going to process all 7 or it's going to process only 2?
Only 2.
Only 2. How that kind of intelligence it got is because the code you written like that. How it got that kind of intelligence is the code you written inside the copy data activity like that. If you want to observe what code is going on in the runtime, you can go and you can see always the your input whatever available. You can go and you can verify it once. Okay, for example, I'm trying to observe my input code. In the input code, if you observe carefully, it's trying to say as get me hire date greater than September 5th, less than or equal to 07. That means between these 2 dates, how many records are there? Only 06 and 07, right? Whereas previous one, this is a just now it's running, right? Previous one, I want to observe it, let us say. Go to the view run history. Go to the view run history. Previous run is this the previous run, right? Go to the monitor directly. In the go to the monitor, we loaded, this is the now. This is the previous one. In the previous one, click on it, and the previous one copy data activity code I want to observe. This is the previous one, this copy data activity. Happened. Okay, I think I clicked on the my first one looks like. I need to go back again, monitoring up. See, based on the timestamp, let me sort it this one based on the start time. Based on the timestamp, identify what is the first one, what is the second one, like that. Let's try to refresh it once. You can notice 822 is first one, 824, then 836 is the my one. Okay, 836 I am taking. 836. 836 is this one. If you click on here, this input code, what we have the code it's saying as 1900 century to this one it is taking, right? That's what we got first time 5 records. Are you seeing these parameters, how it's changing?
Yes, sir.
That's what the catch here. Okay, let us go back and try to observe as it is ran successfully. Let's go back to the our latest run. I am trying to go to the latest run. Latest run is I can go and I can click on the monitoring hub. My latest run is this is the my latest run, right? 836, 842. This is my latest run. So go and try to click on here. Then my latest run, how many rows it is processed? That's what I want to understand. If I click on copy data incremental, how many rows it is processed? 4. Why 4? It should be 2, right? Why 4? Rows read is 4, rows written is 4. Something is wrong. Let us see what happened. Let us click it. Let us see what happened. Let us see our target table data. Lakehouse. Then try to refresh it once. What happened here? 6, 7, 2 times it is came, sir. I don't know why it is. Okay, Albert is okay. My source has some problem. You see this Albert record. Albert record is came 3 times. You're seeing that one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why it is like that? Why 3 times it is pushed in my source has something 3 times that record? Let us see my source data, how it is looking like. Let me execute it. Here only once is there. How come 3 times it is came? Funny. How come this record is coming 3 times? How come this record is coming 3 times? Okay. Somehow it is came. I'm not sure. I need to debug it. Okay. Why it is coming 3 times? But you understand what is the process, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We'll take this as this point. We'll take it tomorrow and we'll try to debug that one. Today we are running out of time. Tomorrow we'll debug it. We are expecting exactly 2 records. We are expecting. That's it. Whatever 2 records are available, these 2 records only need to come to the target. That's it. That's what we are expecting. Okay. Right. Somehow Albert record is processed 3 times. I don't know why. Even though in the source also only once it is there. One here also 3 times available means that is can valid, but it is only once it is available. From where it is picking that one, we have to see it. Let me do one thing. I quickly won't take much time. If it is not resolving, then I will leave for day. Copy incremental load. This is the code what is going on the runtime. Let me copy this code, whatever available. Select from this date to this date. How many records are going to get it? Go to the end of the day. This is what the SQL is going on, right? So select from TBO, then where the rate is equal to this and I rate is equal to this. If I execute this, oh, this is a problem. This is the problem. What schema it is taking?
Oh, DBO.
That is a problem. We all working with the AP schema. This code is pointed to the DBO schema. That's what it is making trouble to us. Okay, in the DBO schema, you may have data like that. If you go and try to see the DBO schema, this table, let us go and try to execute this one. What we have here, this is the problematic guy. Here we have the 3 Alberts maybe. 3 Alberts are there. Yeah, 3 Alberts are there. You understand? My source is wrongly taken from the DBO schema. You got my point?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the problem. Okay. Anyhow, we understand. We understand the concept. Just follow. Whenever you are doing my notes, you are following it. Bit of common sense also you have to use it. Anyhow, this also one of the experience. If you are something before you run it, your mind should think and you should get the answer also. We should get answer also on the paper. You are not getting that answer means system is doing something wrong. We have to go back and we have to track it where it is wrong. That is what the best quality of always data engineering guy. Back reverse engineering, we need to learn how best you can do the reverse engineering. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you then. We'll meet tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So